So to edit and hopefully improve the quality of def maps, we are going to use a piece of software called the 3dconverter2. So that piece of software is usually used to perform 2D to 3D conversions, but you can also use it to improve / edit def maps. So let's first download and install the 3dconverter2 on this machine. So if you go on my blog 3dstereophoto.blogspot.com, and in the search box you type the 3dconverter2. Okay, it's going to click on this guy, and here you have the download link. So, and this blogspot post explains everything there is to know about the 3dconverter2. So I invite you to read it. I also made a video on how to use the 3dconverter2 to do 2D to 3D conversions, so you can look at that too also. So let's download the archive. So there should be something appearing on the upper right to download. Okay, here it is. Direct download. Okay. It's about done. It's done. Now let's go to download. Here it is. So let's extract. And I'm just going to extract the archive right here. Okay, done. And now we just want to make sure that it works. So let's go into it. And there's a directory called Joker. And here you're going to have to edit the batch file here, the 3dconverter2, that one. Let's look at it quickly. Okay, so you're going to have to change that path here. So let's get out of here and go back. So the executable for the 3D converter is here. It's this guy. So what you do is that you need to get the path from here. So you click on that down arrow and you copy, and then you go back to the Joker directory and you edit the batch file. So you just need to change this part here. So paste that and you should be done. So now let's just save, get out, and we're gonna double click on this guy to make sure that it actually runs. That's all we want to do here. And yes, it does run and it's done. Okay, so now we are ready to work on our own stuff and take a def map that we don't really like and edit it to the way we like. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna make a copy of that Joker directory. So let's copy it and let's put it at the same level. So here it is. I'm gonna rename it so that it's clearer. I'm just gonna put my stuff. Okay, so let's go in there and let's get rid of all the stuff that's not needed at the moment. So content, image, gone, dance, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. So we just need the last two. So let's get rid of everything else. Okay, done. Now let's take the output from DMAG5. You should really watch the previous video where I took an old stereo card and generated a def map using DMAG5. So here I'm gonna go into this one. So it was here that I did it. So this is the yes, this is the left reference image of the stereo pair, and this is the left depth map. So that's what we're gonna take. We don't need anything else. So now let's go back to the 3D converter 2, put it here, and now we should be ready to do some work. So let's load the content image here, and this is the depth map, but with respect to the 3D converter 2, it should be named sparse depth map RGBA image.png. So let's go into GIMP. I've already loaded them. So this is a content image. I think I should probably rename content image.png. And this one I'm gonna rename sparse depth map underscore RGBA image.png. I rename the layer so that it's easier when it's time to export each layer. I know the names they should have. That's why I do this. And it's gonna match whatever it's in the input file for the 3D converter 2. So it's just for convenience that I do this. So what I'm gonna do, okay, so this is the depth map. What I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna erase areas that I don't like in terms of how the depth map looks like, and that's gonna be our sparse depth map. So let's do that. So here I'm going to erase on the sparse depth map using the eraser tool, this one, and I'm going to select hard edge. Hard edge should be checked so there's no anti-aliasing. And basically you just erase whatever you don't like. So yeah, so let's start. I think I'm going to take a larger brush here, something like that. So let's erase here. Oops, hold on. Let's make sure it has a transparency layer, alpha channel. So let's add alpha channel. So when you erase, you should see the checkerboard behind. So let's start again. Yes, that's much better. So that's what you do. You erase what you don't like. Doesn't have to be too accurate. Yeah, you see. Just gonna erase like that. Maybe this one went a bit too far. So like that, like that. That, like that. I should probably use a smaller radius, but it's good enough. So let's use a smaller radius. So let's remove more stuff. Let me see here. Here, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. What else? I don't like this on top. I remove. What else? I don't particularly like this stuff here, so let's remove that. Yeah, no, I'm not even sure what's behind. What's supposed to be there. Here, I know there's something here, so let's make sure. Yeah, so let's remove stuff here as well. Hopefully I'll get it correctly. Can go back and forth. Yeah, whatever is here, yeah, you can probably do that too. Yeah. I mean, it's on the edge, you don't really care, but let's do it anyway. So erase away. Okay, what else? There's a spec here, I'm just gonna remove. Yeah. Spec here, I'm gonna remove that guy. Some stuff here, let's remove that. Some more specs, I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to remove that spec. Here there's some stuff. I'm gonna remove here. More stuff here, little spec here, some more stuff here. Okay. Looks pretty good. And there's more stuff that you could remove, but yeah, I can remove stuff here. I mean, if you really want to. Looks pretty good, so I'm gonna stop here. So now, what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna export this as the content image. So file export as content image .png. Export. And same thing for the sparse def map. So just to be on the safe side, if in case there is some anti-aliasing going, you go into layer, transparency, threshold alpha, and you just click OK. That's going to remove any partially transparent pixel. Otherwise, the 3D converter 2 is going to complain. Okay, so let's export as sparse def map underscore RGBA image dot PNG. Well, there's something else I would like to do here because of this thing here. Here you can clearly see that you have a difference of depth between this object and the background. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to use an edge image to prevent the depth from bleeding across the object boundary. So it's very easy to do. I'm going to create a new layer. Okay, I'm gonna put it on top. And I'm gonna rename it edge underscore RGB image dot PNG. Okay, and so I'm gonna do stuff on that one. So make sure you click on it so that it's active. And what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to draw, I'm going to trace the boundary of that object. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to trace on it. So let me just zoom to 100. Let's zoom to this level. So this thing that looks like a barrel or something. So in this here you need to use the pencil tool. That's good. Pencil tool, and you need to use a size, the smallest possible size, which is 1. So in that case you can change the size here, or you can just press the left bracket until it goes all the way down to 1. And then I'm gonna just trace here so that the depths don't go across that boundary. So use the pencil tool, so here we go. I use the shift to draw straight lines with the pencil tool. So here we go. Oh, I need to, I probably should have changed the color. Probably a good idea to change the color here. Let's put something red. Okay, so let's go to a red and let's start again. So doesn't have to be too precise. Something like that. And that's pretty much all you need to do, because I didn't erase that much. So the reason why I drew this edge image is because I don't want the depths coming from here to mix with the depths coming from here. What's going to happen is that because of that edge image, the depths here are going to propagate in this zone, but they will not cross the red lines. So this gray depth is going to propagate up to here, but not cross. Same thing here. Those depths in black, they're going to propagate over there, but they will not cross the red lines. Let's zoom in to see how it looks like. So it's supposed to look like that. That staircase effect, that's exactly what you want, and you don't want any anti-aliasing. In this case, I could have just stopped here, around here. I really didn't need to go to do this part. Same thing here. I didn't need to do all this part either. But yeah, you only need that part because it's where you have erased stuff on the depth map. Okay, so basically now I'm pretty much done. So let's say export the edge image. So file, export as, and it's going to be edge underscore RGB image.png. I must have saved it before, that's why it's already here. So replace and export. So now we are ready to run the 3dconverter2. Okay, so yeah, I'm back into that directory where my stuff. So we have the content image, we have the sparse depth map RGBA image, and we have our edge RGBA image. And let's just check the input. Content image, sparse depth map, that's the input, that's the output. This we don't need since it's usually for conversion. This we don't need at all. And this is the edge, so it's perfect. We can run. So now we just need to double click on the batch file. And just wait. Okay, it's done. Okay, so here I have loaded the content image and the dense depth map. This is the output from the 3dconverter2 here. So this is the dense depth map. So we were able to get rid of the stuff on either side. And here, if you remember the edge image thing, Okay, so let's zoom in on it. And you will see that the depth didn't bleed. So if I just play with this, there's no bleeding here. Now let's load the depth map into the DevPlayer and see how it looks like now. So this is DevPlayer. Again, you may want to change the downsampling to 4. So choose file. It's gonna be, no, this is not it. My stuff, and it's gonna be, we can take the content image, which is the same as the rect image underscore L content image. And for the depth, we're gonna take the output, which is this one. Yes. And then you create the model, and we're gonna switch to point cloud. Point cloud. Okay. And there it is. I mean, of course, you can crop your depth map to get rid of those white areas if you want to. But so this is the result. So that looks pretty good. So this can be pretty much uploaded to Facebook as is. Okay, so this is this concludes that video presentation for how to edit/improve a depth map using the 3dconverter2. And I will see you around. Bye.